Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is Yasu Uchiha here, and today we have a brand new deck profile for you all. This one's more of an anime theme, if you could tell already. And the reason why is because me and Brandon Uchiha love Red Dragon Archfiend. Personally, though, I'm more of the Stardust guy, but IRL, he's just way too hard to get his Quasar off now these days because it's just, headache. But I decided to sit down and see what I can do with a, Red Dragon Archfiend deck. So here we are. Let's just get straight into it, shall we? Up first, we play 3 copies of, I'm so sorry if I'm going to pronounce this last part, or first part wrong, Acustor, the Dawn Walker. Basically, you discard 1 card, special summon this from your hand in defense position. And then you get to special summon 1 Fire Ant. And there you go. Basically, you get a level 3 tuner and a level 5 spellcaster insect. Regardless, you're synchro summoning until level 8. That's what I'm trying to get at. Because this whole deck's about synchro summoning. Up next, we play 3 copies of Wandering King Whirlwind, because if you control a Fiend-type tuner with a 1500 attack or less, you can special summon it. And basically, you're just playing it for the special summon. We play 3 copies of Skullmeister, because screw the graveyard. We play 3 copies of Witch of the Black Forest, because it searches out monsters. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Next, we play Perform H Hat Tricker, because if you control 2 or more monsters on the field, you can special summon it. And who doesn't like extenders? And up next, we play 1 Creation Resonator, because if you control a level 8 or higher single monster, you can special summon it. We've already explained you. And up next, the MVP, basically, of this deck is Crimson Resonator, because if you control no monsters at all, you just special summon this guy out and just go to town. Just go to town. If anyone plays Duel Links, you know how good this guy is. And up next, we play 3 copies of Red Resonator, because on top of his normal summon, you get to special summon another monster. So, there you go. Up next, we play 1 Chain Resonator. You can basically special summon another Resonator card from the graveyard, from the deck, once he's normal summon while there's a synchro monster on the field. So basically, he's another extender, and more likely or not, you're going to have a ton of synchros on the board, depending if you don't get nibbed. So that's the one weakness of this deck. You're going to get nibbed. But I'll explain that in a second. Of course, next we play 2 copies of Synchron Resonator. And if you don't know what he does, if a synchro monster is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. And you can only special summon this guy once per turn. This way, if this card sends to the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 Resonator monster in your graveyard, except itself, and add it to your hand. And finally, 2 Droll Knock. You can play 3. You can probably cut something else out to play 3, like maybe get out your call by, but I just thought, I play 2 of every other hand trap anyway, except Skullmeister, because graveyard's more relevant. And I just thought, Droll Knock. And now on to the spells and traps. We have 3 copies of Resonator Call, basically adding a Resonator. And then up next we have 1 Resonator Command. Discard a Resonator monster, add 1 level 4 or lower Fiend monster from your deck to your hand. And then we play 3 copies of Burning Soul. I'm sure you guys have no clue what this card does. And I don't blame you. I didn't know what it did either until I read it. So, let's just give it a read, shall we? If you control a level 8 or higher synchro monster, you can add 1 card from your graveyard to your hand, except Burning Soul. Then immediately after the effect resolves, synchro summon using monsters you control as material. For the rest of this turn, this card resolves. Your opponent cannot target synchro monsters on the field with card effects. So basically, you get to retrieve a monster from the grave, And you get to immediately synchro summon. And then for the rest of the turn, if this card was not negated, you get to have a protected card or a protected synchro monster. So that's great. And it's a quick play spell. You can do it either turn. It's amazing. Now, of course, you're going to want to do it. Honestly, this card is just a little low-key under... I don't know how this went under my radar. But here it is. And, of course, one copy of Called by the Grave for the pesky graveyard effects. And to finish it all off, we have 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Best trap in the game. Now, on to the extra deck. Of course, we play 1 copy of Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. This card comes in handy. And he's a big boy. Don't mess with this big boy. Up next, we have Super Red Supernova Dragon, because he's a pain in the butt if you get him out and your opponent just goes, great, so if I do anything, I banish everything and he gets to come back eventually. Yep. I personally made this choice to play 1 copy of the original just because in case you go against that one guy who has like a really stupid casual deck, you can just swing into him and just beat the crap out of him with this guy. It's great. Next we play 1 Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. Basically a board wipe and just good beat stick. Next we play 2 Bane. 3... Because basically what you can do is with him, if you don't know already, is tribute a monster and bring back a Red Dragon Archfiend monster that you've already used. And when he inflicts battle damage, he gets a special summon 2 tuners. And with the same level from the deck and 1 from your graveyard in defense position. So extending your synchro plays. It's great. Of course, you play 2 Hot Dragon Archfiend Abyss because it's Abyss we're talking about. Now, to be fair, you guys could play Borin de Fleur, sorry, if you really wanted to, if you don't want to play 2 Bane or 2 Abyss. But I'm trying to stick with the gimmick of Red Dragon Archfiends. So, forgive me for not playing Baron de Fleur, but this is my choice. And I like Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And of course we play 1 Void Ogre Dragon because, negation. Chaos Ruler, mill through your deck, get stuff in the graveyard. 1 Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend to kill pretty much anything special summon. 1 Pixie Dragon for extension, basically. And 3 Red Rising Dragon to get those combos popping off. Pretty much, this main deck and extra deck is pretty interesting. Because, of course, to everyone out there, you can modify this the way you want to, the way you want to prefer it and have it built. But this is just how I made it, and personally, it's amazingly fun. And I'm hoping probably either this coming weekend or the following weekend when this video is posted, which will be tomorrow at Wednesday, me recording at Tuesday today, I will try to get a live stream on and practice some of the decks I've already done profiles on. That's the hope, at least. And up next we have, for the side deck, 2 Nibiru the Primal Being, 2 Ash Blossom, 2 Ghost Spell, 2 Effect Veiler, 1 Harpies, 1 Monster, 3 Crossout, 1 Red Rain, and 1 Red Reboot. Now the reason why I play 2 if each hand trap, including Nib, is Crossout, and goodness gracious, you know they're going to be playing Nib, so you might as well be ready and have the Crossout. So with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that you're all having a spectacular day. With that all being said, I hope to see you all in the next video. And don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Peace!